welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adebisi Aziz Taiwo. Today we are going to be looking into a topic called motion. Motion involves in changing of position of a body with time, that is depending on time. And any motion that do not involve any force is called kinematic, from the word kinetic energy. That is a motion from one particular place to another, a thing that can move from one place to another. And you have different types of motion, where we have random motion, rotational motion, oscillatory motion, and translation motion. Random motion are type of motion in such a way that a object moves in disordered manner. Example of this random motion, we have gases, and we have smoke, whereby when smoke is being moved from one particular place to another, it will move in Brownian motion. And let me tell you this, another name that you can call random motion is a Brownian motion, whereby an object moves in a zigzag manner. And number two, we have another type of motion which is called translation motion. This is a type of motion in such that an object moves in a straight line from particular point to another point in straight line. And we have rotational motion. Example of this rotational motion is ceiling fan, whereby an object moves in it round its axis. Examples of this rotational motion are, we have ceiling fan, we have wheel of car, and you can go online and look for more examples. And let me give you another common one that we are very used to: how Earth is being rotated around the sun. That is another one. So let us move through oscillatory motion, whereby an object moves in to and fro movement. For instance, pendulum board that we commonly use in our lab, in a physics lab, you see that when you are dealing with that thing, it moves in to and fro. And also a bed that we use in our secondary school, that is to and fro movement. And another example for that is our heart. If you check how the heart work, it's moved to and fro because of its beating. It's moved to and fro. There are 4 parameters to describe a motion in a straight line. These are speed, distance, displacement, and acceleration. Let us start from distance. A distance is a movement of an object from one place to another. When we are talking about distance, is when an object moves from point A to point B in a particular time. Don't forget that when we are dealing with something called distance or a speed in a physics, it requires a time. You can't say that a object starts from a particular place in 1 hour ago and get to a destination in the same time. So there must be a time. There must be initial time and a final time. Acceleration is a change in velocity with time. That is, change in point of velocity from an initial velocity to a final velocity, and depending on time taken to reach the final velocity. And the formula is v2 minus v1 over t. Velocity is a speed measure in a given direction, where the formula is v is equal to s over t. And in some textbook, they will give you v is equal to d over t, which is distance over time taken. And we have a quantity called scalar quantity and vector quantity. Scalar quantity are those quantities that have magnitude but no direction, while vector quantity are those quantities that have both magnitude and direction. When we are talking about scalar quantity, are those quantities that they just have the magnitude but no direction. That is, they have the power to move from one place to another but without any direction. Example of this is a distance. We have distance, we have force, and so on and so forth. While vector quantity are those quantities that have both magnitude and direction. They have the capacity to move from one point to another, and also they have their own direction where they are moving to. The only difference between displacement and a distance is that one is a scalar quantity while the other is a vector quantity, and the one that is scalar quantity is a distance while the one that is vector quantity is a displacement. And another example of vector quantity is velocity. We have already talked about motion, which I said motion is a change of position of an object from one particular place to another, that it change in one reference point to another depending on time. And also we already talked about type of motion, which I mentioned: random motion, translation motion, rotational motion, and oscillatory motion. And also we already talked about all the parameters needed or required for motion on a straight line, which is acceleration, velocity, speed, displacement, and distance. And also we have the opportunity to talk about scalar quantity and vector quantity. Thank you.